Hey everyone, it's OSK and welcome to your Spellbreak weekend review for the week of March 1st, 2021. This is a new kind of video that I'll be posting weekly for any Chapter 2 news we get during the week, so if you're having trouble keeping up with every new bit of info we have coming in day by day, or you just want a recap of the week before, no need to worry, the Week in Review series has you covered. I've been seeing a few channels here and there just cover the news as it comes out here day by day, but your boy's a working man, so I don't really have time to make news videos as they come out, so here you go. I'm going to round up the entire week for you so you can get it all in one place. Now, if you like what I do here and think I do a good job of covering the Chapter 2 changes, please be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more Spellbreak content and other things as well. It really helps me when you do that. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into this. This past week saw the newest release of Chapter 1, Prepare for the Worst. This update introduced a new mechanic to the game in the form of Aegis Towers. Aegis Towers spawn in 5 fixed locations in the HoloLands, and once activated give one player a stat increase of plus 100 max health, plus 100 max armor, plus 50 max mana for 30 seconds, and plus 3 sorcery charges, making a juggernaut of a Vowbreaker. This buff can be transferred between players by way of exile, also restoring the health and armor to the maximum boosted value to the Slayer. Viewed as controversial by many, including myself, the new mechanic is present in all available Spellbreak playlists, making for some long brawls in the final moments of each match. Time will tell if it has a positive or negative impact on the game as a whole, but for now, the only impact you'll feel is the force of a Juggernaut running you over, or vice versa. We also got a bit of clarification as to when Chapter 1 will end. Spellbreak's official Twitter account stated on the matter, "Great news, Breakers! Chapter 1 has been extended to March 24th, giving you more time to complete honor quests and experience the chapter finale. Chapter 2 sneak peeks are happening all month. Be on the lookout after Chapter 1 for the launch announcement. Have fun out there, Breakers." Now, this gives us 3 messages going forward. First, the obvious is that Chapter 1 is being extended by 2 extra weeks through to March 24th. Whether or not this will include the controversial Aegis Tower patch is unclear. We have a message from Jesse, game dev and co-founder of Proletariat Inc., the company who makes Spellbreak, say that we have a week of tower power ahead of us, meaning that the Aegis Tower update will only last for 1 week. On the other hand, we have the official Spellbreak Twitter stating that the Chapter 1 finale is being extended an extra 2 weeks, and this tweet came after Jesse's initial announcement. The question remains, will we have an extra 2 weeks of Aegis Towers and Juggernauts roaming the HoloLands? Well, at this point, I guess only time will tell. The second message we get out of this tweet is that we have Chapter 2 related announcements coming later this month. So far, we have great news about talents and balance, which we'll cover in just a second, so expect to get more news about classes, gauntlets, runes, zone changes, and maybe even more leagues information. A whole bunch of stuff is on the table. The third message is a bit of a subtle one, but it is there nonetheless. So far, we know that Chapter 1 is being extended until March 24th, which is not something everyone is happy about, but it is what it is. The third message is to be on the lookout for the Chapter 2 launch announcement after Chapter 1. The way the message is worded, it is saying that Chapter 1 will end, and after that happens, we will get the announcement for Chapter 2, not the launch immediately. This is hinting that there may be some downtime, or at least some time in Spellbreak without a chapter pass before we get Chapter 2. Now, if you watched my previous video, you'd know that sometimes the official Spellbreak account isn't the best at wording. Heck, the great news part of this particular tweet is a bit suspect itself. But it is possible that I am reading too much into this as well. Please feel free to make up your own mind while we wait for a straight answer. For talents, we have some great tweets from Jesse, the dev from earlier, hinting at different things with talents throughout the week. Starting with a tweet from Monday earlier this week, we look at a screenshot of data from Holobot, which is Spellbreak's bonus drop system through Discord, and he hints that a question about talents he had for his previous stream on February 16th was never asked, but the answer was 7. The answer to the question before that one was 4, and it was essentially, what is the highest cost of a talent in Spellbreak? That alone says that we have 4-point talents on the way, and has led people to guess that the 7 refers to the total amount of points for players to spend on talents before getting into a game. For context, currently players are allotted 6 talent points to spend, so this would be an increase of 1. Very exciting stuff to shift the meta quite a bit among talent builds. If we look later in the week from Tuesday, March 2nd, we see Jesse giving a hint at the total number of talents in Spellbreak for Chapter 2. As a hint, he says that all that comes to mind are dumb math jokes and FTP's port number. A quick Google search reveals that forward to port's number is 21, meaning that we will have 3 more total talents to choose from in Chapter 2 than we do now, as we have 18 total talents in Chapter 1. Very exciting stuff. He follows up on this tweet later on in the week on Wednesday, saying that he doesn't really have a joke or a cagey way of saying this, so he just outright says that 8 talents are rotating out of the current pool. The meta-analyst in me really hopes that the 3 problem talents, Focus, Mana, Fervor, and Recklessness, are among these numbers, but that's not all we can find in the message. Since we know that there will be 21 total talents and 8 are rotating out of the current pool, that means we are going to be getting 11 brand new, never-before-seen talents. That is insanely exciting, as that means more than half the talents in Chapter 2 are things we've never seen before. Absolutely crazy. To top it all off, just yesterday on Friday, March 5th, Jesse and Dan, 2 of the biggest names over at Proletariat, had a Twitter spat that resulted in the reveal of all 11 new talent names. The names are as follows: Wellspring, Inspired, Fellowship, Curious, Tough, Hardened, Athletic, Intelligent, Vampiric, Gilded, and Mystical. As of right now, there is some speculation to what each talent will do, but we don't have any confirmed information as of right now other than the talent names. I'm sure many of you can speculate which talents do which, but I won't get into it in this video. At the end of the Twitter thread, Jesse went ahead and confirmed that more info about talents, including graphics and more descriptions, will be coming next week, both on Twitter and on stream, so be on the lookout for those. The last piece of news I have for you today is the source of tons of speculation I've personally been seeing in the competitive scene, and that is this tweet from Dan Ogles, gameplay director for Spellbreak. He posted a tweet with a page of balance changes that have been marked out except for a few words here and there. The page seems to reveal quite a few changes coming up for Chapter 2, and I'll list the ones I was able to decipher right now. We have changes to Frozen Alacrity, Toxic or Steam Clouds, the Teleport Rune, Knowledge Potions, Stone Skin from the Stone Shaper class, the Spring Step Rune, the Featherfall Rune, the Flight Rune, Squall from Tempest, the Wind Gauntlet, and Spellstorm changes. Now, I have not taken the time like some others have at inserting different words in different places to complete the notes, so to speak, but there are a few that we can safely assume. Teleport is likely getting a buff, Stone Skin is likely going to restore up to a higher amount of armor, Featherfall is likely getting a buff, and so on. Ultimately, we don't know a whole lot for certain, but there is reason to trust some of the better speculation out there. Overall, I hope these changes work to bring more runes into the meta discussion, and I hope some of these changes result in a longer time to kill, so the game can be healthier as a whole. And as of right now, it seems that we will see an extension to this page sometime next week. Well, thank you guys for watching this week of Spellbreak Weekend Review. This is a little series that I'm going to be doing for any news that we get for Chapter 2. I'll be doing it once a week, likely posting on the weekend, just covering everything that we know from the week before about anything coming out for Chapter 2, whether it be talents, patch notes, or anything of the like. Thank you guys for watching again. Hopefully you guys learned something today. Just like we said at the beginning of the video, if you think I did a good job, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Spellbreak and also other related content. Thank you guys again. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys out there.